In this repair video, we're going to continue working on the MSI 1590 Lightning Z GPU that came in for repair. This is how the card looks like. We went over the card in the last video I posted, and I mentioned how the customer wrote that he was practicing his soldering skills, trying to solder a 402 SMD component on such an expensive and very rare video card. Viewers were furious in the comments. Why would that person practice on such an expensive card? Out of all the cards in the world, why would somebody damage and mess up a beautiful card like this? A lot of tech channels also went over the card, like MSN. They spoke about how a newbie overclocker destroys $5,000 RTX 1590 Lightning Z GPU they used to learn how to solder. And Yahoo Tech also went over this video. This was one of the rarest GPUs we've seen destroyed. And you have Tom's Hardware. A newbie overclocker destroys $5,000 RTX 1590 Lightning Z. And you have video cards along with all the other tech sites on the web. And they also went over how this is a modding fail attempt. And what's nice is they posted the before and after. They made my job a lot easier. Let me show you how the before looked like. That's how we got the card. And we were guessing in the video. We said we have how many empty pads, components? 1, 2. We do not know what was going on here. We cleaned up the area. We restored the trace. And we had 2 missing components on the bottom here. But I went over to say how the solder joints on those pads, they looked factory. So I did not have a reason to believe that we had any components on the bottom 2 pads or 4 pads here. So we did not put any components. As you know, we are not able to get schematics or board view diagrams for this card. I looked everywhere. They are not available. High resolution images did not help, even though I zoomed in all the way. Because of the way light and glare was shining on the board, I could not tell if that pad should be empty by default or if we should have a component there. Of course, values are unknown. There's no high resolution image that's going to show you the value of the component. Luckily, we had that one person. He has a YouTube channel. He sent us an email, or he left a comment under the video, and he said, I went over this card in one of my videos. If you want, I can open up the card. I can take a high resolution image of the area that you worked on. Maybe that would help. I always mention how I love this community. Everybody want to help. Everybody want to offer something so we can get the card or whatever device we are working on fixed. I told him it would be awesome. I sent him an email. I went to his YouTube channel and I sent him an email. I said it would be awesome if you can send a high resolution image of the area and if you can take measurements of the components. He replied back. He said, I do not have a microscope. He does not have the means to take measurements, but he's going to take high resolution images, and he sent me a high resolution image. I cannot go by without mentioning that person. Check out his YouTube channel, subscribe, support him, because he's the type of person that wants to help. He's trying to make an impact in a positive way. His YouTube channel is PC Blaze. You have to check him out. He went over the MSI Lightning Z video card. In his latest video, or one of his videos, he's comparing ASUS Matrix RTX 5090 with the MSI Lightning Z. A lot of useful information. Support him. Check out his channel and subscribe. Now that's the image that he sent. Let me zoom in. Right here. That's the area. Now the image still does not look too clear. Like if you look here, where the mouse is, where the mouse cursor is, I cannot tell, is this empty or do we have a component here? It's hard to tell. Luckily, Glenn noticed the image he sent us was not that clear, so he sent us another image. He sent us another email back to back, and he said this one may look better. And it does. It looks a lot better. Look at this. Look at this high resolution image. I'm able to see everything. Remember when I said the bottom 2 pads or 4 pads, probably we do not have components there because the joints, they looked factory, so we left those 2 empty. In reality, one of them should be empty and the other one should have a component. Great to know, right? If you look here, I think we failed both of them with components, this, and they should be empty by default. If we go here, you can see how we left those components empty and we filled everything else, top row and bottom row. We just used common sense, neighboring components, and we filled the empty pads. Now, in reality, what we should have is the top row or column. We should have empty component here. So we have a resistor, empty component, resistor, empty component, right? We have a resistor, 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 resistor. So we need to remove this and we need to remove this. What about the bottom here? If you look here, the third component from the top. So here we should have a component. We do not currently have one there. We skip one. This is what we fixed. We ran a trace. We put a component. And this one should be empty. So we're going to remove this component. We're going to put a component here. We're going to remove this component. And we're going to remove this component. A lot of work to do, right? Not really. We just have to do some modifications. Last time I also mentioned I was counting this pin as number 7 or 8. This is pin number 8 and this is pin number 7. So let's go ahead and continue working on this card and fix what we did wrong in the last video. Now we should have a component here. We should not have a component here. What the customer probably did was maybe remove this component and put the component here by mistake. Because when the card came in, this component was on the board. What was really confusing was that this component was initially there when the customer mailed the board over. So I had no reason to believe that this pad was empty because it had a component on there. So that threw us off. We're gonna remove this component. Let's go ahead and do it now. This should be empty also. Now we have it exactly like the image. Now one last thing we have to do is verify the value of this resistor, the one that's going to pin number 8 of the BIOS chip. And of course, there's no 100% way to verify the exact value since we do not have any schematics or board view diagrams. But we're gonna base this off another donor card. I have a 4090 here. Let's take a look at this area. And we're gonna go off what connects to pin number 8. Okay, so pin number 8. And that's the one that connects to pin number 8. Let me go to resistance mode. Measure the resistance, and we have around 10K. I think the one that we have on the card is a lot higher than 10K. We have around 80K here. So let's go ahead and remove it. We'll grab one from the donor. So you can see how difficult the job becomes when you do not have information about the card. When you do not have any diagrams. You go into the investigation mode and it takes time. And you're always not 100% sure. Like when the component was soldered here initially, how would you have figured out that this should be empty by default? Anti-glare light. All right, I think we can clean up and give the card a shot. I wish Glenn had the means to take measurements of the components, but maybe that's something he can look forward to in the future. Upgrade his setup where he can do actual measurements. Something to add to his channel. All we have to do is test the card, and hopefully we have good news. All right, so let's go ahead and test it. I have two 12V HPWR connectors connected. I have a heatsink on top. Even though this may not be enough, the customer mailed over the motherboard only, so we cannot reinstall it in the housing. And we're gonna power it on. Press down on the heatsink a bit so the GPU does not get hot fast. We just wanna see an image. And we do not see an image. I do not know if we have to have the enclosure, the whole thing inside the enclosure, for proper heat dissipation for the card to turn on. But what we can do is we can measure voltages. Meter on. We're gonna start by measuring all the 12 volts. 12, 12, 12. V-core, we're getting 0.8 on V-core. A bit high. 0.8. If we measure memory, we have 1.2. We measure memory. We measure 1.8 volts. We have 1.8. And what if we measure our PACs? We have 0.8, 1.2. Of course, we're gonna have 5 volts. PCIe 12 volts. We have it. We have all the voltages. The question is, can we power on the card without the original heatsink and still see an image? We have all the components in place, unless the values are incorrect. What else could be wrong? Is it the housing? Should we have this in the original housing for proper heat dissipation? And that's why the card is not powering on. It is powering on. All the voltages are present, but we do not have an image unless some of the values of those resistors are wrong. This is making a connection with the wire, and the wire is making a connection with the trace. It would be nice if we can get the values of the resistors of every single one. How many values do we need? We need this one. We need this one. We need this one. Right? I mean, if we can get the values of all those, it would be nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We did not replace anything on the top here. If we can get those values, then we can measure against what we put here. That could be the problem. But like I said, the problem could also be that we do not have the original housing and the card is not able to power on because of a lot of heat on the board. The whole board got very hot. We cannot keep it on for more than a few seconds, even with the heatsink on. So that's where we are right now. I don't know. I'm gonna put this on the side for now to see if we can do anything about it, if we can get more information. And maybe we'll continue in part 3. Right? I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments. Any information, leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll do something else in the next video.